Ladies and gentlemen, this event, a one-fall, 15-minute time limit event from Ashland, Kentucky, weighing 220 pounds. One half of the famous Scufflin' Hillbillies, Rip Collins. His opponent from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, weighing 235 pounds, Guy Mitchell.
Our next event tonight should be an interesting one because two very capable wrestlers, and it could very well be a match of good scientific aptitudes from each of these men. They are quite capable of it. Rip Collins, pardon me, and Guy Mitchell. Started to call him Johnny Collins. I have a good friend of mine by the name of Johnny Collins. A name transposition. I hope you will excuse me. So we're underway. One fall, 15-minute match. Mitchell, the bit heavier. Rip Collins, half the Scufflin' Hillbilly team. And as the wrestlers themselves refer to their opponents, a capable worker. Believe me, if you don't think wrestling isn't work, imagine some of these matches, 45 minutes, 2 out of 3 falls an hour that run an hour. Holy mackerel. It's a lot of time. Even a football game itself, active time, play time is on. Ooh! Well, a little Fancy Dan. A wrestler by Rip Collins. Hey, you've got your nerve coming down here.
I was invited down here. I don't know by who.
That's who I wonder. By who?
Well, I'm here anyhow, so you'll have to put up with me for a while. The last time I saw you, you were very unhappy.
Yes, and I still am. I still am, John. I'm not the type of man that forgets things very easily, although you have not provoked any action my way.
I just hope that the bruiser doesn't forget what happened to him. Hey, I will have to confess. I will confess something to you. I don't really say what's in my mind, but I will. You know, we talked about me running away from the bruiser and so forth, and not wrestling him and putting off matches and so forth. Well, I will admit that I was a little leery of Bruiser because I couldn't understand him, really. I couldn't understand.
Why is this?
I couldn't understand just how tough he was, or just how he maneuvered out there, what he could take. And I wasn't quite sure I could apply my figure 4 grapevine on him, because he's put together a little different than most men. He's very stocky, little short legs and strong. I said, well,
he has a lot of guts too.
Hey,
you know.
Oh, I would say that he does. I will have to give him that much credit. But I knew that if I could ever put this hold on him, that I could beat him. I mean, this is something you can't escape. And last time I was here, I applied this hold, and I held him, and I hurt him. And I'm so happy that now I'm not afraid anymore. Now, I don't mean afraid. I'm not leery anymore.
Yes, but you're forgetting one thing. You're leaving out a very, very important part of this. You said you were leery about being able to apply the hold. Why don't you tell everyone just what transpired before you put that leg lock or that grapevine on him?
Well, all I'm remembering...
Tell them about the chair.
The important thing to me is that I did apply it. I was able to apply it on those little short, stocky legs.
The chair didn't mean a thing then, yeah.
I'm more interested that now I know that I could never before go ask the bruiser to lie down and let me apply this hold to see if I could do it. And I was just curious to see if I could, and I did. And I'm so happy because now I know that I can beat the man. I don't know if it's safe down here.
You seem a little leery of what's going on in the ring. And you have an opponent, one of the men up there in that ring that you met, Guy Mitchell. And before you start tearing this guy down, let me tell you, he gave you a battle too, didn't he?
I played a waiting game with Guy Mitchell.
Yeah, well,
He went out there limping too.
Waiting or waiting? You waded into a couple of punches too.
You heard me the first time, but he felt the pressure of the hold. He gave up very soon, so I didn't have to hurt the man.
No. Well, there again is a point of difference, not hurting the man. You can't really sit here, John. Look at this. We got to crisscross some trouble here. I can't blame the referee for what he did. He got out of the way. And
does anyone ever fall on you, I hope?
No, they haven't, and it's not because I'm so quick in getting away from here. I make no pretext at all about being willing to get in and mix it up with anybody. That is not my job, John Valentine, and my job is to sit and speak as objectively as I can about what goes on in the ring and let the chips fall where they may, and if it hurts, it hurts, and the fans sometimes get provoked at me.
You mean you don't play favorites? You don't
no.
You don't pick out a favorite out there and
I don't pick favorites as such, but I also don't side in with some.
I don't think I've ever heard anything complimentary said about me here. Not that I need it. Not that I need it.
Well, can you say anything complimentary about this match going on in the ring right now?
There's a lot of action.
Well, you picked the wrong time to say that because they're laying across the ropes. You see, there's another point. People will pick right at you making comments like that.
I spoke too soon.
Mr. Valentine, I'll say one thing that I said to your face. The referee seemed to be staying out of this thing. You can't very well blame him. I'll say one thing, that same thing that I said to your face a few weeks ago, and I'm going to tell you again. You possess the United States Heavyweight Championship belt, and you also possess, Mr. Valentine, the skill and the ability to be a high competitor, and I would even go on record as saying to be able to hang on to the belt that you have without resorting to the vicious tactics that you do.
I also hold a victory over Bruiser here last week. You saw me with a figure four scissors.
That's also a point of difference, too. That is also a point of difference, and I will not agree with you on that. But for the life of me, I can't understand how a man as big as you, 265 or so, I imagine this is around the area of your weight, 265 or so, that has to resort to the illegal chicanery in the ring that causes incidents such as we had a few weeks ago.
Well, let's say this. I don't necessarily.
Look out, tackle. Mitchell, not upset at all by what took place, but the referee, and he's getting a taste of this. So Mitchell scoots away. And Rip Collins.
How would you like a refereeing job?
No, thank you. No, thank you. I'll stay right where I am. Any part of anything that goes on inside that ring, Mr. Valentine, is not to my liking, as far as my own personal participation is concerned.
Well, you were just mentioning that why I was so vicious out in that ring, and
you're not going to evade this question.
No, I'm going to go back to it. I'm going to tell you exactly why. I don't have to resort to all of these shenanigans, as you say, but very confusing match out there.
Well, again, the referee caught right in the middle of it. The fans like it. They love it.
I can't understand such friendly matches myself.
Well, it would be quite unusual for you to have anyone slap you on the back and say, nice match, wouldn't it?
Well, they're slapping me on the back. I'm going to be hitting them right in the nose because...
I would figure that, too.
Because I'm out there to win as fast as I'm a great wrestler. I'm very scientific, and I don't have to resort to anything strange. But I don't want to take a chance on being a good sport, because I can't take a chance on being a sport because they're all out there after me.
Have you ever stopped to think? I know you're an intelligent man. You're a college graduate. You're a smart man. You made good grades in school. You were an athlete in school. I know all this, and I know you know I know it. But have you ever stopped to think now and really rationalized in your mind that when you meet the Bruiser, these little sly things that you have done, I have called them physical innuendos. They're little additions to the pattern that you have made, are not going unnoticed by this man. And he, whatever you're throwing at him, he's going to build up a defense when you meet him.
Well,
and you haven't seen any of his.
I've seen him. You can't say I haven't. And I know everything there is to know about the man. And I know that he can be antagonized to such a degree that he completely lose his mind and go crazy, and that's when I'm going to beat him.
Yes, but you see, his pattern, Johnny, is a lot different than what you really expect. I know what you're driving at. You're going at the thing, if you get the man mad, you get him riled up, and he's going to forget. He's going to forget his pattern. He's going to forget his strategy, because there is a strategy. There's a strategy to this wrestling. And you figure he's going to forget this, but let me tell you something. Dick the Bruiser is 1 in a million. He is 1 in a million. And in the second place, a referee out of the ring. This match has been somewhat ignored, I'll admit, but I have an opportunity here to talk to a very controversial individual, Johnny Valentine, the United States heavyweight champion. Now, John, as I was saying, this man has never entered the ring anything less than mad. He's never gone into the ring anything less than mad. How can you sit back and say, if you can disturb him and get him riled up and get him maniacal and everything like that, he's going to defeat himself?
But the men he has wrestled, he can impress with kicking him and punching him, but I can also take it. I can take punishment. I mean, he's not going to impress me by punching me in the nose or in the jaw or knocking a tooth out. I've been through this. I've had many years of professional wrestling, and I've been through the worst that anyone has been through. But so this doesn't impress me. But I'm not going to take all he's going to hand out because I'm not going to be there. He's going to be swinging at the wind most of the time.
In other words, you're going to count on your agility in the ring against his viciousness.
I'm going to count on a little brain work, a little know-how. I'm a better wrestler than he is.
Look out, crisscross going. Well, this is one of the rare matches I have ever seen on television where both wrestlers are having a real ball wrestling each other. They are enjoying it, and the fans are too.
I don't think that anyone enjoys wrestling me.
All right.
And I don't want them to. I want someone to really hate wrestling me. I don't want them to look forward to it at all.
Do you know why, John? Do you know why some of these wrestlers, the fans sit back and say, gee, why does that guy challenge somebody like Johnny Valentine, or why does he go in the ring against him? I mean, he doesn't stand a chance. Do you happen to know why they meet you?
They want to progress. They will climb that ladder.
Yeah. I have a feeling they hate you as much as the fans do.
Listen, it was a hard climb for me. The first year of professional wrestling, I was in the hospital twice for long stays. I didn't win one match the first year, and I was a good amateur. So I went the hard way, and it hasn't been easy since then.
Boy, the referee, hey, he is getting some punishment here, and believe me, all due respect to the referee, he is at the wrong place at the right time. And this can happen. We have about 2 minutes left.
I will give them one credit. They seem to be in top condition, because anytime you go out there for as long as they have and as fast, you've got to have some conditioning behind you.
Well, coming from you, I will consider that a compliment. I didn't know that you ever paid respect to a wrestler like that.
Oh, definitely. Well, conditioning is 9 parts of our wrestling. This is what makes a man, conditioning.
Well, we have 1 minute to go, and the way this match is gone, I would hate to say that there would be, of course, you can never tell. Something can happen. There's 1 minute left. 1 minute left. It's a one-fall, 15-minute match, and the referee is taking his life in his hands getting into this one. 1 minute left. And Rip Collins is sitting over there fanning himself. He knows he's been through a rough 15 minutes. Guy Mitchell in the pink of condition.
Seems like they're wasting time when it's important.
Well, it would be important to you. As I said, they are enjoying this match.
It's important to me to win a match, not just to get through a match, not just to keep from getting beat. It's my point to get out there and win.
John, how long have you held the United States title?
Since 1949.
And quite obviously, well,
59,
no.
I'm sorry.
50, all right, 59. Now I want to ask you something. Maybe somebody might be interested. Have you been defeated since you held the title?
Yes, in fact, I had a broken arm.
Here's the decision.
A full 15-minute time limit. Referee's decision, a draw.
All right, the match is a draw. And
Yes, getting back, I lost it and came back and won it one time.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
As you know, I have a match coming up with a bruiser.
All right.
And as you know how happy I am, happy he is, I guess, because he's the one that's been screaming for the match. And he finally has it. And you saw me beat him up here, haven't you? You saw me put the hold.
Yes.
So I hope that you, when we wrestle, that you come around, sit at ringside, please.
Well, yes. You bet I'll be there.
And I'll hand him to you on a silver platter.
Well, I'll wait to see that, but you bet I'll be there.
Very good.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Valentine. That match is a draw. We have more championship wrestling coming up right after we take time out.